I know that the audiences for The Merry Widow will love the music. I adore the score. And I know The Merry Widow hasn't been done here for a long time, so I know that they will get caught up in the beautiful waltzes and the beautiful melodies. But also I think they will be entertained because of these characters, the mistaken identity, the sly romance, the fun of it. Jeremy Sams has done a wonderful translation, and it's fun and bubbly, just like the music.
It's absolutely customized for this company. It's the first time this version of the translation has been done, and for that reason, it's been done absolutely into the mouths and the rhythms of the people who are doing it.
Rehearsals have been joyous. For one thing, the show is a very joyful show. It's so perfect that we're opening on New Year's Eve because the music bubbles like champagne and the dialogue clips along.
It's kind of like almost every musical where the men sing about how they wish they weren't married and the women sing about how they really wish they were married and all that. This is about not understanding, women. Sometimes they're so sweet and sometimes they're sexy and you can't live with them, you can't live without them, that sort of thing.
Who can tell what the hell women are? Oh, so sweet but completely bizarre. Oh, the endless, wrathful and fast. Why can't they be more like us?
Everybody knows their music when we start staging. When I'm in rehearsal, it is absolutely getting it up on its feet first, and then that's what I usually do, is go through the blocking and get the picture of what I want, but then I go back in and really hone it and talk about each move and each lyric and make sure that the actor or singer is supported.
5, 6, 7.
And turn your knees out so your knees are turned out.
I've worked with loads of choreographers, but no one like Susan Stroman. She'll tell you what she does. What I see on the stage looks to me like the music sounds. And I've never quite come across that before. Her ear is fantastic.
That you're dipping a woman and lots of that.
There's some who need a lot of wooing, lots of this and lots of that. With endless billing, endless doing, lots of this and lots of that.
It's quite lovely actually to see, a body of men who don't dance habitually doing something like this, and it's the involvement, the fun in taking part in it all is a great part of the piece.
And some who need precise caresses, lots of this and loads of that.
Stroh's great about this. She'll teach you the steps. You get to see how that works, and then you put it with the music to make sure you understand how that coordinates with that.
To a monster who wants to destroy. From a wonder, a bundle of joy. To a monster who wants to destroy. Whether wild as a beast or a child or a sphinx, who can tell what the hell she thinks?
So you're in the thinker pose, but when you say women, you need to go, women.
Who can tell what the hell women are? Oh, so sweet but completely bizarre. Oh, the endless and puffle and fast. Women, why can't they be more like us?
I'm very lucky that everyone moves so well. I mean, they all have the hearts of a dancer in them. Hang on to this. And you're going to just do little feet that go.
From a wonder, a bundle of joy, to a monster who wants to destroy. Whether wild as a beast, or a child, or a sphinx, who can tell what the hell she thinks?
Danilo decides whenever he gets angry to go to, Chez Maxime's and see all the dancing girls who all know him by name and have pet names for him and things. And Hannah follows him there to kind of see what it's all about.
No, do carry on. You seem to be enjoying yourself.
Madame, this isn't what...
The scene between Hannah and Danilo is about waltzing. They want to come together, and Hannah wants him to say, I love you. And he won't say it. He feels that perhaps the music can say, I love you, without him saying, I love you.
Music's playing here, it's saying, I love you. As we dance, a voice may answer, I do too.
But since nothing can be said, and maybe we should dance instead, you know that it is true that I love you.
It's about class, it's about love and wealth, society, and it's funny too. I mean, you always are surprised when you're in opera and you're doing a piece that's 100 or 200 years ago, and you think, oh my gosh, this could be now. The human condition doesn't really change that much.
The key thing is it is more like an old-fashioned rom-com than any opera I know. A couple who start off very hurt by each other, very angry with each other. And like all rom-coms, we know they're going to get together. So it's like Meg Ryan and Tom Hanks. You know, they have to have their arguments, their differences, in order for when they actually thaw and give into their real feelings at the end. And because of that, the process is familiar but beautiful and new.
Most of our singing is finely tuned for the art of projection. So applying those same principles to dialogue is a completely different discipline. It's fascinating to me to kind of juggle these new elements and dance well. Oh my gosh, I'll be very excited if I don't trip too often. That's my goal. And I love Sir Andrew Davis. He's a consummate musician who's incredibly experienced, but he also understands singing. And he brings a phenomenal ability to shape a large work.
There are 3 sets. The first set takes place in the embassy, and that is where all the countrymen are trying to convince each other to marry Hannah to keep the money in their country. Our second set that Julian did is in Hannah's garden, and you see in the distance the view of Paris. And the third set takes place in Maxime's, and there's a lot of mistaken identity and flirtatious love scenes, and of course we see the can-can dancers. I also have Kelly O'Hara in the cast, and of course she's a Broadway gal. She's not only a glorious singer, but she's a really, really terrific actress.
Susan Stroman, Kelly O'Hara, and myself are making our debuts here, so we're all about as excited as we can be. On Broadway, it's very tricky because you have microphones in the hair and the wigs, and the bounce with a hat has to be so calculated, and usually we don't get hats. But here, everything is possible. We have wonderful plumes at the embassy ball and tiaras and military hats for men. So it's really a millinery explosion. We're just celebrating the turn of the century, of the 19th and the 20th century, and it was sort of the last gasp before World War I, and it's all very luxurious looking and very exact and follows a code. This is a Pontevedrian court costume. This is a Pontevedrian national costume that actually is based on the Baltic national costumes of different countries. I pushed them together. Valenciennes is the wife of the ambassador, and she's very flirtatious. The international sign for flirtatiousness is ostrich feathers. This is the Pontevedrian for Renee. Every show can only have one red dress. This is her final dress. This is coming into Maxime's. This is the big gown, very décolleté, very sexy. The Metropolitan Opera costume shop, legendary. Every single thing we do in this building is made by hand. And at this stage, it's the magical moment before it flies out of the nest.
What's wonderful about the story, it is about a couple who were lovers a very long time ago when they were young, and they find each other again. So it is about second chances, and I think for all of us in our lives, we probably ponder that every once in a while. What would it have been like? And here these people have a chance to really make it happen.